Welcome to this explainer. Listen, if you own a limited liability company in the state of Tennessee, you've obviously worked incredibly hard to build your business and, secure those crucial personal liability protections. But what if I told you that a single, easily overlooked informational filing could literally strip away that protection and put everything you've built at risk? Well, today we're walking through exactly how to file your Tennessee LLC annual report online. We're going to make it fast, foolproof, and make absolutely sure your business stays in perfect standing.
So what actually happens if you just ignore your Tennessee annual report? It's a fair question, right? And unfortunately, it's one that way too many business owners learn the answer to the hard way. Let's say you're super busy, it slips your mind, or maybe you just assume your accountant handled it. Well, the state of Tennessee doesn't just let it slide. They initiate a process that fundamentally alters your legal standing as a business entity.
Okay, let's dive into this. If you ignore the state's warnings, your business faces what's called administrative dissolution. Now, this isn't just a slap on the wrist. When the state revokes your charter, you lose your good standing status. Instantly, your liability shield evaporates, meaning your own personal assets could suddenly be on the line for business debts. You lose the legal right to execute contracts or even secure bank financing. And to make matters even worse, your business name is released right back into the public registry for anyone else to snatch up.
To avoid all that, here is our roadmap for this explainer. We'll cover why you must file, pre-filing preparation, step-by-step portal navigation, calculating your fees, some expert tips, and finally, a quick legal disclaimer.
Section 1. Why you must file to maintain your good standing.
So this annual report is an absolute mandatory requirement for all registered LLCs in Tennessee, whether domestic or foreign, and this is true regardless of your financial activity. Even if your LLC made $0 this year, you still have to file this to keep the state's public registry accurate. Now, one of the biggest pain points we see is business owners confusing this annual report with state taxes. They are completely separate. The annual report is just an informational update going to the Secretary of State. The franchise and excise tax, on the other hand, goes to the Department of Revenue through their TNT app system, and that's based on your income and assets. Paying one definitely does not satisfy the requirement for the other.
So when is this thing actually due? Well, Tennessee ties the deadline to your LLC's specific fiscal year. The report is due on or before the first day of the fourth month following the close of your fiscal year. So to put that in perspective, for standard calendar year businesses ending on December 31st, your deadline is always going to be April 1. If you happen to miss it, you enter a 60-day grace period, but push it beyond that and the state sends a formal warning, giving you a strict 2-month cure window before that scary administrative dissolution officially kicks in.
Moving right along to Section 2. Pre-filing preparation and gathering your information.
Getting organized beforehand takes this whole Tennessee filing process from frustrating to incredibly fast. If you go into the state portal with everything ready, we're talking under 10 minutes for the whole shebang. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that the very first item, your Tennessee Secretary of State control number, is essentially your golden ticket. Searching the database by your business name can lead to weird name matching errors, but using your unique control number is absolutely the most reliable way to pull up your exact record. Just make sure you also have your current addresses, your registered agent details, a completely accurate count of your LLC members, and your payment method ready to go.
Section 3. Step-by-step portal navigation using TNCAB.
Tennessee actually uses a highly streamlined digital system called TNCB that stands for the Tennessee Charities and Business Portal. It totally prevents old-school paperwork headaches. So let's walk through the exact click path. First, create an account or log in. A quick heads up, when creating a new account, you have exactly 24 hours to click the verification email link before it expires, so don't leave that hanging. Once you're in, click File Annual Report and use that control number we talked about to search for your business. The system pulls up a worksheet pre-populated with your data from last year. Your job is simple. Verify it, update any changes, submit, and save your confirmation.
While you're verifying that data, pay very close attention to these specific fields. For your principal office and your registered agent, P.O. boxes are strictly forbidden by state law. You have to provide a physical street address in Tennessee. If you do need to change your registered agent, you can totally do it right here, but keep in mind it triggers an additional $20 fee. Updating your NAICS code, which just categorizes your business type, is optional, but you absolutely must confirm your management structure and member details.
Right before you hit submit, you're going to see a certification box. And listen, the state of Tennessee takes this incredibly seriously. Checking this box carries heavy legal weight. It literally acts as your digital signature. The person entering the report has to be an authorized representative, a member, or a manager. Knowingly entering fraudulent information can subject your company to immediate dissolution or, no joke, even criminal prosecution. So double-check that your data is accurate.
Section 4.
calculating fees and paying using their scaling structure.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why you need to know your exact member count. Unlike a lot of states that just charge a simple flat fee for everyone, Tennessee has a really unique sliding scale for LLCs that scales directly with your member count. If your LLC has anywhere from 1 to 6 members, it's just a flat fee of $300. Easy. But the moment you hit 7 members, it goes up. You pay the $300 base plus $50 for every additional member above 6. This caps out at a maximum of $3,000 once you hit 20 or more members. Because of this, it is crucial that you audit your membership registers prior to filing so you don't overpay or get rejected for underpaying.
Now here is a massive insider tip for you when you reach the checkout screen. You can pay by credit card or e-check. If you use a credit card, the state tacks on a 2.29% convenience fee. Think about that. If you have a 20-member LLC paying that $3,000 maximum, the credit card fee alone is nearly $70. But if you just standardize your payments using an ACH e-check, you secure a flat transaction charge of just 95 cents. For larger LLCs or multi-entity portfolios, that is a huge cost savings over time.
Section 5. Expert Tips and Reinstatement, or How to Bounce Back if Things Go Wrong.
So let's talk about the unfortunate reality of what you have to do if your business actually falls into administrative dissolution. Bouncing back is frankly a painful administrative burden. You can't just log in, pay a late fee, and be done with it. First, you have to cross agency lines to obtain a formal tax clearance letter from the Department of Revenue, proving you don't have any outstanding franchise or excise taxes. Only after that will the Secretary of State even look at your reinstatement application, which is Form SS-9410. You'll submit that along with all your overdue reports and a $70 reinstatement fee. It's a huge headache that you definitely want to avoid.
To keep your business running smoothly, we highly recommend these strategic pro tips. First, set up a compliance calendar specifically for your annual reports, and keep it totally decoupled from your tax filing dates so nothing gets buried and missed. Second, and this is a big one, if you have a dormant or inactive LLC, formally dissolve it. Tennessee charges a minimum $100 franchise tax every single year, regardless of activity. If you just walk away, those taxes accumulate indefinitely. Finally, make sure you actively monitor your registered agent address. That is exactly where the state is going to send your dissolution warning notices.
Section 6. Legal Disclaimer and Conclusion.
We've covered a ton of ground today to ensure you know exactly how to keep your Tennessee LLC compliant, active, and fully protected. But before we wrap things up, a quick legal disclaimer. State regulations, portal procedures, and filing fees are, of course, subject to change by the Tennessee legislature. This explainer is intended purely for informational purposes to help you understand the source material. We always encourage you to consult with your CPA or legal professionals for personalized guidance tailored to your exact business structure.
Which brings us to our final thought. Armed with all this knowledge, you really have to ask yourself, right now, is your LLC truly in good standing, or is your liability protection currently at risk because of a missed deadline? Don't wait around to find out. Log into the Tennessee Business Portal today, check your status, and secure the business you've worked so incredibly hard to build.